All right. First question is, do you enjoy your job every day?
Absolutely. Every day.
What are some obstacles you had to overcome in the past to get where you are now?
Obstacles. Well, it took me to about 30 to figure out what I really wanted to do. So in the 20s, there was a lot of obstacles trying to find what I wanted to do.
Was it hard to make up your mind what you wanted to do?
Well, I knew what direction I wanted to go, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so, I spent a lot of years teaching full-time, and I don't mind teaching, but I enjoy the youth pastor, athletic director aspect of it. And so I waited until I was 30 till I got to do that.
Okay. What are some important lessons you have learned from your past?
Important lessons learned from the past. Well, hard work pays off. Nothing in life is free. Somebody tells you that, they're lying to you. Just a lot of hard work is the big thing, I would say.
Okay. If you could go back in time and give advice to your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give?
Well, it's the same advice I give to my teenagers when they go off to college. Don't get a degree, get an education. I worked hard to get a degree, studied, crammed at the last minute, walked away not remembering a lot of things that I got. So there's a difference in getting your degree and getting your education. That's what I would recommend. Go to school with the intent of getting an education.
Okay. What inspired you to have the job you have now? What inspired you?
Well, there's no doubt, humanly speaking, I had a coach and a teacher who did the same for me that I'm trying to do for other young people. And so when I was in school, he influenced me and affected my thinking. And he's probably the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Okay. What are the most and least rewarding aspects of your job?
Well, working with kids is very rewarding. And, when you work with young people, one of the least is you don't always get your return right away. Sometimes it might be 10 years down the road when a kid comes back and says, how much my influence meant in their life or something. You don't always get that during the teen years. So that might be the least, but the most rewarding thing is, just working with young people every day, trying to influence and affect their heart for the Lord.
Okay. Does your job provide the opportunity to balance time between work and family?
Well, I've got a unique situation because my job, I pretty much set my schedule. I do what I want to do. In that sense, I schedule what I want to schedule. And the fact that every time we go to a ball game, my family's together. Every time we go to youth activity, my family's together. Every time I go away to a week of camp, my family's together. So it's a unique situation. This year when I dropped Lauren Ashley off for driver's ed, that was the first time I'd ever dropped one of my kids off at school and left. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's unique. I sit with her at lunch every day. So we have a good family balance. My job includes my family.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you're going to work with your family.
Right, whereas most do not. So that's a huge perk of what I do.
Okay. What do you like most about your job?
Well, I enjoy being a youth pastor. I enjoy coaching. I enjoy an athletic director. So that's all a part of it for me.
Okay. And is there anything you don't like about your job?
Well, in every job that you have, there's going to be something that you don't like. And, I have as perfect a job as you can have. But there are still dynamics of it that if I could change, I would. But, at the end of the day, our administrator lets me do what I want to do. Our pastor lets me do what I want to do. That's a great benefit.
Okay.
So, of course, a lot of that's earned over time.
Mm-hmm.
This is my 9th year here, and so it wasn't always this way. So.
And finally, for the last question, this project is for my whole entire class of about 30 people, and they're going to be watching this video, and we're all seniors and we're about to go to college. Is there any advice you could give to all of us?
Well, I'm sure many of them are church goers and go to church, but I would just follow the Lord. and whatever He has for you to do. It's the greatest life. He can choose a better plan for your life than you can choose. And so if you give your heart to Him and allow Him to plan out your life, it's a wonderful life.
Okay. Thank you.